Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the San Diego Padres going up against the Cincinnati Reds. John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters' ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. Showing the slab in today's game, Hunter Green. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Luis Arias leading things off and takes a strike.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. One down. Take a look at the lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Fernando Tatis Jr., the next to hit, takes ball one. And that one fouled off. And there's a ball.
2-1.
That's a little bit low. On the ground to short, De La Cruz. To first, and they take care of Tatis for the out.
Batting third, center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
2 outs, base is empty. Jackson Merrill, the pride of Severna Park, Maryland. Same hometown as Mark Teixeira.
Text message. This kid grew up with text messages.
Yeah, he did. We're the first generation, or the last generation, that grew up without the internet. And that makes us morally superior to these kids, Chris.
Yes. We can think and do research in books.
That's right. And ball one.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Next offering upstairs.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Outside, and the count's full. Manny Machado on deck for the Padres. Two outs. Headed towards the corner. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Manny Machado up to the plate. And that's too high.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
Pitch is in there. And the count 1-2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Well, there's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the three-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
Struck him out without a swing. That was pretty nasty. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. Now it'll be the back here with my pal Siggy. Today's starting pitcher, Yu Darvish. What should we keep an eye on here?
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to. Misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the defense work behind him.
TJ Friedl leading things off and takes a strike. Darvish, a former All-Star, 38 years old, and he was born in Japan. And a foul ball. Line drive. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Around first, digging for 2. And he's got a leadoff double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on him, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now, Ellie De La Cruz. Right through there for a strike.
So here's a fun note on Ellie. He became the youngest player in high A ball to homer from both sides of the plate in the same game, and it gets better. He did it again 2 games later. Those are the type of games that tend to get you promoted in the minors.
And Ellie 1. That one fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Now here is Matt McClain. And that one fouled off. Friedl, the runner at second with 1 away. Inside. And the count even 1-1.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Darvish kicks, delivers. Off the plate inside, 2-1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
That one missed. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Hard on the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Batting fourth, catcher Tyler.
Here's the lineup for the Reds.
Stevenson.
And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Tyler Stevenson. That one's in there, 0-1. That's down and in. A slider missed. 2 outs with a runner at third. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll touch them all. It's 2-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Base is empty with 2 away. In now for the Reds, Jake Fraley. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Two outs, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike. Inside, almost got him. Darvish delivers. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fastball is outside.
Ball.
That one ripped. See you later. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack one on the board. It's 3-0.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
And the batter now, Spencer Steer. Swinging a foul out of play. Two down, nobody on. Outside low, and it's 1-1.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Caught him looking for the K. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Great American Ballpark, top of the second. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Green back to work. That one inside. And that's ball 1.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. And they're on the board. It's 3-1.
Things might get pretty interesting if they keep connecting on pitches like that. That pitch looked like the splitter, but normally doesn't stay that high in the zone. The bottom falls out, at least to bring it around belt level, but that one just stayed up. And with that kind of velocity, it's going to get hit really hard, as it did right there.
Here's Xander Bogaerts. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. Righty delivers. And that is out of play. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Makes the catch up against the wall in foul territory.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Jason Hayward in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
And that misses. And now it's even 1-1. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
Swings through it for the K. Had him way out front of the slur.
Batting 8, the
And now it's
designated
Tirso
hitter,
Ornelas. That one hit to right. Fraley getting an angle on it. Fielding for the wall. Makes the catch and foul ground. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Back here in Cincinnati, and now the veteran third baseman, Jeimer Candelario. That's outside.
No, that's out.
1-0. That catches the corner.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Ground ball right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And quickly one away in the second.
Batting 8, designated hitter, Gavin Lux.
And now it's Gavin Lux. First pitch just misses. One out, base is empty. Late swing, foul to the left.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one in the dirt. The count now 2-2. That one is hammered right field. That's back. And that one is going to go. He sends it out of here. And they add on. It's 4-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Base is empty, one away. Here's the left fielder, Austin Hayes. A little bit low.
That missed.
Ball
That's the ball.
1. One out, bases empty, and a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now 2-0.
Ball.
Darvish, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
The 2-1.
Hey!
Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you.
Ouch, that one got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Now
So up
batting,
next,
center
TJ
fielder,
Friedel. 1 for 1 with a
Friedel.
double and a run scored.
No,
Just
that's
missed.
down. Ball.
Hayes, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Gets the call, and it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. That missed. That's a ball.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
And a 2-1 on the way. Right through there for a strike. Man at first, 1 away. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes
Now
to
batting,
shoot the ball the other
shortstop,
way. But that time, a little anxious.
Here's Ellie. No matter what he does on the field, it feels exciting.
Ellie De La Show, partner, an electric player. No wonder they put him on the cover.
Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The Reds rolling after this solo shot. It's now a 4-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Here's Elias
Leading off for the
Diaz.
Padres,
He's someone that
catcher
really
Elias
beats up on
Diaz.
right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there, and
That's
a foul ball.
Well, that's where you want to be right there. All over that first pitch fastball. Just a little too much hook on it. Straighten that thing out. You get to jog around the bases.
And that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting.
That pretty
the
much
first
split the
baseman,
zone down
Luis
the middle, and those are the
Ariz.
ones where you got to make them pay.
Luis Ariz stands in. Fly to left his first time. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1.
No balls. 1 strike.
Runner at first with no outs here. The next
That's a
offering
ball.
misses. And that's ball 1.
No, he's
1-1.
really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with
batting,
nobody out.
Right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1.
Boog, Tatis is so athletic. He probably could have carved out a career in other sports if he wanted, but he grew up in a baseball family with baseball in his blood.
That's in there, and it's 0-2.
Gosh, slider down and in from the same side thrower. There's really nothing you could do with that pitch. Just tip your cap.
And El Nino is stifled for the K.
Oh, that was a pretty poor at bat. He just never got the bat off the shoulder. I mean, you got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2. And at that point, make an adjustment, look to put the ball in play if it's anywhere close. And I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
Jackson Merrill, the next to hit, doubled his first time. Way high. One out. Runners at first and second. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Way upstairs, and it's 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Next offering upstairs. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Brings it in, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Padres, third baseman Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado now. Struck out looking in his first at-bat. Fastball for a strike. Next offering misses down and away. Cut on and lifted in the air. Fraley on the move. And that's the 3rd out. Padres leave a pair, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Now it's the second baseman, Matt McClain. He's 0 for 1.
Matt McClain.
Swings and misses. That's strike 1.
Well, I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Well, these Reds showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
Now batting, the catcher, Tyler
Tough game for him so far,
Stevenson.
Boog. Another hit, and they've just been knocking him around through the first 2+. He's got to get things back on track, maybe junk a pitch that isn't working, or he might not last much longer.
So a man at first, and here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson. He's already homered in this game. And that's down and away.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs. And hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
McClain gets his lead at first with nobody out. Darvish checks on the runner. McClain back on a dive. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Wow, no fair
1-2.
right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Here's a 1-2. Up the middle. Cronenworth steps on the bag for one. Relay to first. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Jake Fraley, the next to hit for the Reds. He's already homered here in this one. Just
No, that
missed.
That's a ball. 1-0.
Two outs. That one finds the corner, and it's 1-1.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
That's down and in.
2-2.
And that one in the air center field. Merrill under it. Nabs it. And the inning is over. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Second
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And the first
No,
pitch
that's
misses
inside.
for ball one. Cronenworth, multi-time All-Star, 31 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2015. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Makes the grab, one down.
Now batting shortstop Xander Bogaerts.
Here's Bogaerts now. Flied to right his first time. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. The shortstop
1-1.
takes the ball. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. One down, base is empty. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced
Now
as he
batting
headed back to the
left fielder
dugout.
Jason
Those are
Hayward.
tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Here's Jason Hayward. Just
Nope.
missed. That one catches the zone, and the count 1-1.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Backed off
That's
the
the ball.
plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pitch misses.
Counts full.
Counts full, 3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Padres go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing here this half. And midway in the 4th, it's the Reds 4 and the Padres 1. Spencer Steer,
Leading
the
off
next
for
to
the
hit for the
Reds.
Reds.
First baseman Mr. Steer.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 and 2's the count.
Left field. Hayward settles under it. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Jamer.
Now batting Jamer Candelario. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. And there's the strike.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Out towards right center field. Tatis makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter.
2 down, bases empty. And now the designated hitter for the Reds, Gavin Lux.
What you know? Call me the GOAT with that Ali glow. Stack roll, real dope, baby. God just...
That's off the inside corner, and that is ball 1. That one at the knees for a strike.
Ball out.
Fouls one off. 2 and 2. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 3.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Hayes in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. First signs of bullpen movement here in the early going. Sean Reynolds up and loosening in the pen. Matsui also throwing. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And that just misses.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
That one off the mark, and that's ball 2.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2 and 2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
2 outs. That one way outside, and that's ball 3.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tatis after it. He's there. He's got it. And that's the inning. Reds leave 1 as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Tirso
Leading off for
Ornelas
San
now at the
Diego,
plate.
the designated hitter, Tirso Ornelas.
Green back to work. Just missed.
You know, these Padres, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. 0 walks so far, which of course indicates good pitching as well, but there have been plenty of times where they've chased outside of the strike zone.
Just off the inside edge.
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
Fastball for a strike.
2-2.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And that one off the outside edge.
Full count.
On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And now it's Elias Diaz. 1 for 1 with a single so far. First pitch, and it just misses.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swings and misses. And 1-1.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
And downstairs.
A rare 3-ball count here.
3-1.
He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him
Now
first
batting,
base
first
with a quick
baseman,
free
Luis
pass.
Arias.
So the batting order turns over. Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. 1 for 2. That one not close. Ball 1. And there's a ball. Diaz leads off first with 1 away. And that one popped in the air, left field. Hayes has it sized up. Hauls it in for the out. That's out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Breaking ball inside, and it's 1-1. Laser could be trouble. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now.
Now batting,
Oh, here we
the
are,
center
third
fielder,
time through the
Jackson
order, and this is
Merrill.
where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And now Jackson Merrill. First pitch misses. Two aboard, 2 outs. Next offering upstairs.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Right through there for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Taylor Rogers up and throwing for Terry Francona. Pagan getting cranked up as well. Two on, two outs. That one fouled off. 2-2. And that one missing low. Manny Machado into San Diego on deck circle. Two outs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Yuki Matsui will take over here.
Pretty tight game, so
Now
they're
pitching
looking for
for
quality
San Diego.
pitches out of him right here.
Number
Got to
one,
do his best to keep the score
Yuki
right where it
Matsui.
is.
So back to the top of the
Leading
Reds
off for
lineup.
the Reds.
Here's the center fielder, TJ Friedl.
TJ Friedl.
Swing and a miss.
Well, these Reds really
Zero ball,
impressing
one
me with the
strike.
quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Good eye
That's
right
the ball.
there.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And now Ellie De La Cruz, a switch hitter batting right.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Ellie happened in July 2023. In one inning, De La Cruz hit a two-out single to take the lead and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took two pitches
That's
for
a
him to
foul
steal
ball.
all three bases.
The
One
shortstop
ball, two
takes the
strikes.
ball. Next
That's
pitch
the ball.
misses. 2-2. That one is upstairs.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
That's a tough one to
next
swallow
for the
right
Reds,
there. If you're on the
second
mound, you're
baseman,
ahead in the count
Matt
0-2, and you
McLean.
just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
Now snap throw to first.
No.
De La Cruz dives back in safely. McLean in
No,
now.
ball.
Takes ball one off the plate.
1-0.
And another
No, that's
ball.
down.
Last two
Ball.
pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And now two aboard.
Now batting, the catcher, Tyler.
Here's the catcher,
Stevenson.
Tyler Stevenson. That's in there. 0-1. Grounder might be 2. There's 1. And that's 2.
Manny Machado.
First
One
pitch,
ball, no
not
strike.
close. And Manny gets a piece.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
And that's
That
off the
missed, that's the
outside
ball.
edge. And it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that.
2-2's the count.
Just
Count's
off
full.
the outside edge. And the count's full. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's
Now
the
batting,
reason for this
second
walk,
baseman,
but this is
Jake
the point in the
Cronenworth.
game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
And now Terry Francona makes his way out of the dugout towards the mound, and he'll make a change. Hunter Green done for the day. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher
Reds,
now, Brent Suter.
number 31.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
Jake Cronenworth getting ready to hit. That one
That's a
misses, and that's ball 1. Machado gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And a fastball
Ball.
misses outside for a ball.
2-0.
And now 2-0. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in, and now just a 2-run deficit.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
First and second, no outs. Stepping in for San Diego, Jason Hayward, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Popped up to the left into foul ground. And there's 1 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Designated hitter Tirso Ornelas.
Tirso Ornelas, the next up for the Padres.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
First offering, and it just misses.
Close pitch there,
Wow.
and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Edge of the zone for a strike, and a count even 1-1. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. In the dirt, but kept close. So on the wild pitch, two guys advance.
Well, that could end up being pretty costly right there. They had the double play set up as a way to get out of the inning, but instead it becomes a big strikeout situation with two in scoring position.
And that one just missed off the outside edge. Elias Diaz in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. One down, runners at second and third. That one to first, Steer. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, catcher Elias Diaz.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Elias Diaz. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
That catches the top part of the zone. It's 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Here's the 0-2. Smash down the left field line. Base hit into the outfield. The tying run is in to score from third. And it's an RBI single. It's 4-4.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
And now it's going to be Luis Arias. Tied at 4. Fouled off. He was late. And now 1-2. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Coming home. The relay throw. And he's out.
He's out.
Up, down, and that ends the inning.
Textbook defensive execution right there. Outfielder hits the cutoff. Relay throw to the plate. A perfect strike and a great way to end the inning.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Jake Fraley. First pitch just misses.
1-0.
And a strike in there. Bullpen action for the Padres. Jason Adam getting ready to go. Estrada warming up as well.
One more, let's go.
1-2 now. That one
That's
missed.
the ball. 2-2.
In the air to left down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Foul tip into the mitt, struck him out.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Steer up for the third time here. Watches that one miss.
1 ball, no strikes.
All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th. In there at the knees. And the count 1-1.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing
Now
really
batting,
got in on
third
him.
baseman,
And, the cutter isn't
Jamer
really a huge swing and miss
Candelario.
pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Jamer Candelario will hit next. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on.
Ball, that's in.
Right side, hard hit. He'll do it himself. And the Reds go 1-2-3. Reds go down quietly. Still all square at 4 apiece. Emilio Pagan into the game.
Now pitching for the Reds, number 15, Emilio Pagan.
And the batter
Leading
will
off
be
for the
Fernando
Padres, right
Tatis
fielder,
Jr.
Fernando
1 for
Tatis
3.
Jr.
That one outside.
missed. That's a ball.
1-0. Pagan in his 8th season, 33 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2013. There's a strike up high, and it's 1-1. That's a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, he had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
In the air, center field. Drops into the glove, and there's one away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jackson
Next for the
Merrill.
Padres, Jackson Merrill. And that's in there at the knees.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Inside, just missed. Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Taylor Rogers up and throwing for Terry Francona. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-2.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Goes down looking.
Well, caught him looking on that 4th pitch of the at-bat, and I have to think it had something to do with the sequence they threw at him. Kind of bounced back and forth between the outside and inside corners with the previous pitches, and that makes it really tough to cover the whole plate. Just couldn't get a swing off at that pitch on the inside.
And now it's Manny Machado. And fires in a fastball at 95. Two outs. Swinging a foul straight back. And that skips in the dirt. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And that is that.
Now pitching for San
Out of the
Diego.
bullpen for the Padres,
Number
Jason
40.
Adam. He has
Jason
a great
Adam.
slider with tons of movement. And now the DH, Gavin Lux.
Designated hitter, Gavin Lux.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 2-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 1 out.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
And now it's Austin Hayes. And a strike on the outside edge. Pitch in the dirt. 1-1. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Merrill makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, center fielder, TJ
And now the center
Friedel.
fielder, TJ Friedel. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Next offering is fouled back. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. This game's all tied at 4. Taylor Rogers on a pitch out of the pen here.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Cronenworth, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. The Cincinnati bullpen has some movement. Alexis Diaz getting loose out there. That one finds the zone, and the count even at 1. Hit on the ground to short. Tosses to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
Now batting, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Just missed. Check swing called strike. 2-1 now. Right through there for a strike. Stays alive. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. And a swing and a miss. 2 away. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Eggy Rosario.
And this is a big at bat coming, Boo. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Fouled off down the right side. And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And a go-ahead run is on base.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Go-ahead run on base. Ornelas, the next to hit. There's a strike at the knees. Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Next pitch downstairs, and the count is 1-1. And there's a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike. Ball.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Elias Diaz in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that's ball 4.
Take your base, ball
and with
4.
2 outs, the go-ahead run is at second base.
Well, that could be a big walk in this ball game. Moves the go-ahead run into scoring position. So some pressure pitches coming up in this next AB.
So digging in now for San Diego, Elias Diaz.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And he takes one right on the black. 0-1. Two on, 2 outs. And that one is downstairs.
That's a ball.
And that's ball 1.
1-1.
That crosses the plate, and now they're just one strike away from getting out of this mess. Got him looking. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Connor Joe, he's out in left field getting loose there as he enters the game on defense now.
Number 24.
And now the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
Now this guy, a player that if he gets on base has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Adam back to work. Ball one, no strikes. And that one fouled off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And a 1-1. That one is absolutely belted. And in one hops the wall. Here comes the throw. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. You see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106. A lot riding on this next at bat now as they look to take the lead at a critical point in this one.
So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Digging in, Matt McClain. Fought off foul. Yeah, that's fouled off.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boog. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
Go ahead run in scoring position. Nobody out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs.
He's trying for third. Pitch is high. Save. De La Cruz gets his first steal of the game. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
I'd say an aggressive roll of the dice there to steal third in this spot, but they felt good about it, and it worked out. Now the game plan changes a little bit at the plate to get that go-ahead run home. The defense might pull the infield in.
Tied at 4. That misses the zone, and it's 2-0.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
With the go-ahead run at third, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is in for a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. De La Cruz takes his lead at third with 1 away. Good job to fight that one off.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Strike 3, got him swinging. Huge strikeout there.
Oh, that's a huge strikeout right there. Big second out. Infield was in. They were playing the full court press, and he got the swing and miss. Keeps this one tied. This next at bat should be a lot of fun. The odds of wiggling out of this just went up considerably.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Jason Adam out of the game, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for San
Jeremiah
Diego.
Estrada gets the
Number
ball now.
56, Jeremiah Estrada.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Next for Cincinnati, Jake Fraley.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
It's 0-1.
Down and in, moved his feet. 2 down, go-ahead run in scoring position. Tied him up inside with that one.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
That to right. Brings it in. And that is the 3rd out of the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Reds.
back. And here comes the
Number
closer,
43.
Alexis Diaz.
Alexis Diaz.
Up now, the Padre leadoff man, Luis Arias.
Luis Arias.
Center field. Friedel sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball.
Now
Just barely
right
missed
fielder,
it. Man, this
Fernando
guy was ready
Tatis
to hit.
Jr.
So with 1 down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. 1 for 4 with a double. And that's way high. And that is ball 1. And another ball.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
Line drive. And it's off the wall. Now he turns and heads for second. Here comes the throw. And in there with a double off the wall.
Well, when you fall behind
Now
in the
batting
count, you've got to
is
come into the
fielder,
zone, and then
Jackson
guys
Merrill.
have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Go ahead run on base. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Four in the 9th. Line drive, base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and in the 9th, they take the lead.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
1 down. Here comes Manny Machado. Diaz checks over to first, and he's back. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Tony Santillan up and throwing for Terry Francona. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And takes low for ball 1. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. That one missed.
Really good run, perhaps a little bit too much on that 2-seamer. Couldn't hold the corner.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Absolutely dotted the edge of the zone right there. That was a tough battle, man. So to make a really quality pitch and just catch him looking like that, it's got to feel good out there on the mound. That was some fun at bat to watch.
Now it's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. That one missing inside. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Fastball for a strike. Foul ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Into the outfield, base hit. And now 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
1st and 2nd, 2 outs. It's Xander Bogaerts now. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball 1.
1-0.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Well, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
2 outs. Way inside, gets out of the way.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
And the 3-0 finds the zone. And with 2 outs and the count full, the runners will be on the move. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Got him. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 5-4 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Robert Suarez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off.
And here's the first baseman, Spencer Steer. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And the pitch. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Looking to get the tying run on base. In the air, foul off first. 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Jeimer Candelario.
He's 2 outs away. In now for the Reds, Jeimer Candelario.
0 for 3 in this one.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
And there's the strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Gavin Lux.
So it's their last chance in this one. Gavin Lux now at the plate. And that one fouled off. Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Right through there for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
This could end it. Out to short. Bogarts fields it cleanly. Now a jump throw. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
1 out away from this game being over, but an infield single keeps them alive. They're still breathing, and maybe this provides that last-minute spark.
Two outs. Runner on first. Austin Hayes, the next to hit for the Reds. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the 9th.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Right side, down the line, and it's foul.
His club is very happy he's at the plate in this moment. He loves hitting in these high leverage situations, and he seems to deliver the goods more often than not.
Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Well, you take a tie ball game into the 9th on the road, you know that you've got some work to do. You got to score, but then you've also got to get 3 outs in the bottom half of that inning. They did just that today. Very well played ball game. Get this win on the road. Everybody's happy with the W.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.